All right, stand up and Atlas. Let's keep it going. We got a real funny comedian. Make some noise for Lizzie Kirch.
Hello. I am originally from Kentucky. I wear this shirt 7 days a week to warn people. I remember when I was a middle schooler and we moved from Kentucky to up north, she was like, okay, does anyone have any questions for our new student, Lizzie? And I was like, fuck, this place is going to be wild, if that's the accent here. And like a kid raises his hand and he's like, did you have electricity in Kentucky? What a dumb question. What an asinine question. Of course we had electricity. If there was a gust of wind that hit our log cabin's water well hard enough, and the God's will and the creek don't rise, we would have electricity. Probably the most Kentucky thing that ever happened to me was stepping on the skeletal remains of a possum while playing barefoot down by the creek. And probably the least Kentucky thing that's ever happened to me happened immediately afterwards when my mother took me to the hospital for a tetanus shot and was able to fill out and read the forms by herself. My mom's from Madison, hence the literacy. But I never had lived here as an adult. And then I was aimless. I just finished Peace Corps out in Morocco, and I came back here. I thought my youth development work would really catch the eye of a nice white savior HR recruiter type. You know, the ones that have like the human, kind, people bumper sticker, but like lock their door when a person of color walks by in the same car. You know that type. But when I was in Morocco, I had an obscene amount of downtime. So I got really into true crime because I'm a white woman that's never experienced real trauma, so I can enjoy it. And I love those shows, but what gets me is when it's like a more historical case and the narrator's like, remember, this is 1932. There are no cell phones, no social media. Like, thanks. I was wondering why the Lindberghs didn't just check their Ring doorbell footage to see who took baby Charlie. I was in Philadelphia a couple weeks ago, and I was visiting Independence Hall. It's a famous venue known for being strong and not needing any man. But the guide was one of those types, you know, like kind of like a blustery older guy, like said folks after everything. He's like, folks, this was 1776. Not everyone had those little magic black squares everyone has in their hands and purses right now. And so it took a little bit for word to get out that we had broken off from the United Kingdom. It's like, oh, thanks. So it's wondering why Jefferson didn't just airdrop the Declaration from his iPhone, asshole. Always gets me. No, I did fly to Philadelphia. Like most of you, I think, I would really love more train travel in America, more accessible, viable, cheaper train travel. But yes, but as someone that has done the Chicago to DC loop many a time, I think I've kind of figured out why our train travel, besides the infrastructure, is so terrible. There's like an inordinate amount of weirdos on train rides, and I think I figured it out. I think a good chunk of them are on the no-fly list, and that's where we're going with that. I recently got laid off, so that's been a barrel of monkeys. And no, I got laid off, but I can't complain why I was laid off. I did, and I will continue to do here, so right here. But the reason I got laid off, I was a social worker at a hospice, and there just wasn't enough new patients in my territory to justify my position. In other words, not enough people dying around me. And that's a pretty good problem to have. But yeah, how was I gonna fight that? Beg my bosses, please give me 6 more months. I will do anything I can to raise the mortality rate in Madison. Put asbestos in the Parmesan grinders at Olive Garden. Say when. When you're here, you're dead. No, but you can't lament that. You can't write a scathing email to 88-year-old Iris going, where the hell do you get off having an improved prognosis? There's more treatments for certain cancers than ever. Which, great. But I had to cancel Netflix and start buying generic Cheez-Its. So, worth it? No, I do like being a social worker. I got into it for the money, obviously. But I will say I like being a social worker because you can dress like absolute garbage every day, and I do. And no one's going to say shit because they think you're too busy doing the Lord's work to find a fork for your Easy Mac. So you just shotgun it on the way to a home visit. Okay. And I'm going to give it back now to your host, Eli. Thank you guys.